I really hate when you be talking. Like, I really hate it. You got all notes and shit.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, if you watch...
It's recorded? Alright, so we gonna get like B-roll and shit like that.
If you like watch, like, cause I know Josh like watching my videos, but I don't know if you do.
No, I'm tapped in.
No, like if I typically like when I start my videos, you know what I do, right?
Yeah, oh,
you know.
Nah, we should do it together.
I know what I'm saying. Like, so if you watch my videos, like a real friend would, like if you like a real friend, so you ready?
Just count it off.
Ready? I'm not gonna count it off. It's just. I don't even know how to start. That was so goofy as fuck.
I'm not starting. I'm not going nowhere.
There's a fan out there. Alright, what's going on, man? It's your boy Kreativekloth, and I'm back with another video, man. Look, if I'm not starting somewhere, I'm not going nowhere. Look. It's a little different setup. It's a little different. I got Josh. Y'all love Josh.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and add his tag right there. But it's a new friend. This is my. Hey, we stand over. This is gonna be, oh shit. There's a lot going on. This is the homie Gershom. Again, I'll go ahead and tag his social media right there. Again, just people that I hang out with in Austin. These are my friends I would consider. But y'all already know what it is. This is gonna be another segment of Kloth Talk. Again, this is just why I take the articles from like Hypebeast, Complex, anything revolving around sneakers, fashion. Go ahead and take those articles and talk about them, but I'm not gonna waste no more time. Let's get into the first article. That's not even how I say it. Without further ado, let's get into the first article. So this article title reads, Dr Martens Denim... Words are hard. Dr Martens Denim Tears I'm nervous, y'all. Dr Martens Denim Tears collaboration celebrates the legacy of the Afro-Caribbean diaspora. Jesus Christ, words are hard. Dr Martens Denim Tears. Denim Tears has honestly been, I have a pair of sweats from them. I have other things in my cart, in my phone from them. They have some dope stuff. I don't know if you ever took a look at their website. Their stuff is like, it's pretty good. Yeah. And the price point, the sweats that I have, the price point matches. Like it's super thick, really great material and all that. But the Dr Martens collab, it's fire.
I like it. Yeah, real good.
I think that I have the Adrian loafers already that I talked about with the cow print. But the Adrian loafer is, I mean, it's versatile as hell. I mean, I think we understand that the loafer, you know, as we're kind of getting older, is kind of like a staple that you at least need one pair in your closet. Yeah. And I wouldn't say that about these. I wouldn't say that this is the one that you need to have because it has a print on the front and all that, but it's still a dope collab. And I think that Tremain being the one getting this collab and kind of what it stands for is also just like another good point to add, given that his recent, you know, departure from like Supreme and all that and like that whole debacle. I think this is like, you know, segue into him just like branching out and getting that freedom that he wanted that he didn't have at Supreme.
Yeah, he's definitely getting his artistic expression out regardless of whether or not he's at Supreme. So applaud him for that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crazy collaboration because like on the topic though, going back to loafers, like this one by Dr Martens might be like the most recognizable loafer silhouette out there. I mean, like, cause if you see like yellow stitching those soles,
oh yeah, true.
Because like no one else, like you see a pair of loafers, maybe like is it what Bass & Co? Like that's the other one, or like Weejuns?
Yeah,
right?
Weejuns. Yeah, I think
exactly.
that's a little bit more.
Like besides them, like you don't ever see like a pair of loafers and you're like, oh, I know who that is, you know?
Yeah, you definitely, if you see that yellow stitching, you know exactly what it is.
Right.
I don't think anyone does anything as far as like stitching wise like they do with their like iconic yellow one. But I just wish, bro, that Dr Martens would, because there's been plenty of Dr Martens collabs. I wish they would give them, or them being the creatives that they're hiring on for like a collab, I wish they would give them the full creative reign to really change the shoe. So like instead of the yellow, maybe it's like a red, and like instead of like the typical sole that they do, Like maybe they're able to change the color of that. I don't know if that'll, ultimately change the overall, the lifelong of the shoe if they alter that, because that's kind of like their bread and butter.
Right.
But I wish they just gave them more free range to change that, because I haven't personally seen it.
But what you're saying is that, like, you think though, like whenever Doc Martens does like collabs with people, like that is like for sure in the contract. Like you cannot.
Yeah, you can't change.
That's what it seems
the
like.
stitching.
That's fair.
Kind of like up until like, you think about Travis Scott and you think about the Jordan 1. And, everyone that's had a collab with Jordan up until Travis Scott had the regular swoosh. And then when they did the reverse swoosh, they was like, oh, nah, we might. And it's not even like a great change, but it opened the door for other people to alter the swoosh once he did it. And I feel like had Doc Martens, or, they give them the opportunity to change it to their creative abilities, I think it could open the doors for other people to really make their signature or their collab shoe stand out more. I don't know. Because the Travis Scott reverse swoosh is now an iconic part of Nike's history.
For sure.
I see what you're saying. But other than the sole not being changed, I think the upper is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah,
for
no, yeah,
sure.
Facts.
I like how he flipped the concept and the design. I believe it's a homage to Chris O'Feely's Union Black artistic piece that he did in 2003, which sort of flipped the Great Britain flag into like the red, black, and green Black Liberation colors. So yeah, and then Tremain flipped that and made it the Jamaican flag colors, the yellow, green, and black. And I like it, I like just the connection, the through line between all that and how he ties it into his brand Denim Tears, because that's sort of what he's been on throughout since the inception of the brand Denim Tears. It's just the origin of blacks in America.
Like recognizing that with like everything he does, like every piece he creates. Yeah.
So if you had to choose though, red or black for the loafer?
For the loafer, I'm going black.
For the boot, red or black?
For the boot, I might go red.
Yeah, I might go red.
Yeah.
I feel like the red on the loafer is just too loud. I feel like it makes more sense on a boot. And I feel like you'll get more longevity out of the black loafer than you would the red one.
Yeah. If I'm going to go loud, I want it to be at least like a shoe that I don't want to wear all the time. Like an everyday shoe.
True. Because like a boot is like, when I think of a boot, I think of like certain times, like, you can always wear a loafer throughout seasons. But like boots are typically, kind of geared towards fall, winter. Right. So like I can gear myself up to wear the boot for that time. And I know I can like, have the off seasons to not wear it, but to always have a red loafer. And I always have to think about how the hell am I going to stop? It'd be kind of too much.
It's tough.
Yeah, it'd be a little too much for me.
Right.
So it's a dope collab. I think that's the part that we're trying to get across. It's a dope collab. Yeah. And I think it's going to open, I think Tremain leaving Supreme opens the doors for him to actually do way more.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's starting to do that as well with Doc Martens, because I believe along with this shoe and this collab, he did like a custom bespoke suit that, go together, and he put that in a museum out in London that's going to show up until like January of next year. So I feel like what he does with collabs, he sort of takes it a little bit further to transcend the world of fashion, which I appreciate. He has some good content pieces around it. He tells a story with that. And yeah, I just appreciate just somebody who's sort of trying to push the culture forward and not just make it about clothing,
Yeah, actually try to tell a story. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what
I'm saying?
No, I definitely, I get what you're saying. And I mean, I know we're talking about Doc Martens, but I think, didn't he just have one with Harley Davidson or like Levi's or something like that?
Levi's.
Levi's,
I saw that one.
yeah,
I saw that
like that one.
Tears
I mean, he's already had that because he did like the laurel wreath, like denim, but I think this one was more so geared to like, motorcycle culture and all that. So like, I think him branching off from Supreme, because I'm sure that contract was very tight. I'm sure he couldn't just like go off and do a collab with Doc Martens or go off and do a collab with X, Y, and Z because he has those ties to like Supreme, I guess, being the creative director.
Maybe.
But they also partnered with a lot of people too, so I don't know if it was like super tight. But I feel like if you're the creative director for a company, your creative juices have to go to that brand.
Yeah, you definitely can't. I feel like, you know, the quality sort of loses its potency once you're splitting your time between.
Yeah.
It's like, who are you? I feel like that's like what the question that comes. Like, how do you lose that part of your identity, I feel like, if you just branch off too much.
While also still trying to keep your own thing going too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. So, yeah, excited for the future of Denim Tears, definitely.
Did it say how much they were retailing for?
No.
Damn, they didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
Did it say when it was releasing?
It's releasing soon. I feel like it might be this weekend.
I think I forgot in the mix of like
17th.
17th. Oh, okay.
17th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm interested. And then the good thing about Doc Martens too, when they do collabs, even if it's like, you know, APC or they done collabs with like Rick Owens, like their pricing is still very fair. They don't, you know, they don't get a Rick Owens and be like, okay, like obviously people who like Rick Owens are gonna buy these, so let's hike it up to like 600 then. Like they don't get greedy. So I think it's gonna be accessible, and I think people are gonna be able to get it. Like I think, you know, they're not gonna necessarily sell out within 30 seconds. So I think if you want it, it's gonna be easy for you to get it because Doc Martens is gonna have it, and I think they put in the effort to make a sizable release for it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think it's gonna be like maybe in the price range of like 170, 180, maybe like the max is like 200 for this collab, but it's not too far from typically what their prices are for like their regular boots or loafers.
That's a great point. Yeah, imagine like the Rick Owens Docs, like they were priced like Geo Baskets or something. That would have been
Even like like the APC ones, which are dope. I think that's like one of their better collabs. Like those only retail, I think, for like $225.
Right.
Yeah. Like they're fairly, like they're still well-made shoes. You're gonna last for a pretty long time because of that sole, but they're not just hiking it up just because they have a name attached to it now. And again, after him leaving Supreme and like, you know, him dropping that thing with Offset, didn't he have like a whole
Offset Tears?
Yeah, like he had the thing with Levi's and he had the thing with Offset. Then like now there's like he's on like this kind of like media, what's the word, like tour right now, just because like his name has just been picked up in so many cases, like the Supreme thing and all that. So I think this is just a part of like, you know, what's next for him, and I think he is going to continue to do what he does because he's been doing it for a long time. Yeah. I don't know how this thing, I just realized, I don't know, this is random. I was talking to this the whole time, but then I got to look at it and I felt weird talking into it after, but it felt awkward. But let's get into the next article. All right, so this article title reads, Popeyes surpasses KFC as the second largest chicken chain in the U.S. Let's be for real, bro. KFC has never, ever been bigger than, no. I think I just messed up. KFC has never been bigger than Popeyes. Popeyes has always been the better chain. Look, the service might be a little skeptical. You might have to catch some hands, but honestly, I like my food where I got to worry about my surroundings. So like, I don't know, Popeyes always just hit. It had a little twang to it. KFC didn't have no twang to it.
I feel like I grew up on KFC, but then like I started having Popeyes more from like high school onwards, and so now I can't remember the last time I've been at KFC. So like I see the shift kind of in my own life.
KFC is like the family. You get the family bucket. Like you definitely get a more valued meal from KFC. Like they're geared towards, you know, you get the bucket, you get the sides, and like that's the family dinner. Popeyes is like more so like they have like, the extra pieces for like, it could be like a big family dinner, but it's more towards the individual, I feel like. Because you get the little box and everything, your own little personal thing. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying, but I mean, we're not going to discredit KFC like they were just trash.
Right. I love that.
When I was a kid, like KFC was hitting. KFC was hitting.
For
What was
sure.
hitting though? What was hitting?
Oh, it's like
The
the
chicken
20
was-
the 20-piece hot wings, bro. That was my like order by
The
myself.
little wings, the fries were good.
The match with the
know.
gravy, bro. The gravy. The gravy.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. This is crazy. Because you shouldn't really have two starches like that. But I used to dip the fries, bro, in the mashed potatoes.
No, let me just yeah, bro.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's all stupid.
Yeah, on some like little kid shit, like just trying
That
shit.
shit was fire. But I don't know, bro. The spicy chicken from Popeyes always had
yeah.
that. And plus KFC, bro, he stole that recipe, bro. The Colonel didn't know that. 12 spices. You thought he knew that? You see the bucket? He don't know that. Who you think he took it from?
But did y'all know Chick-fil-A was one though? I had no idea.
Wait, what?
Like it said because
Yeah,
it's
Chick-fil-A's first.
because Popeyes beat KFC for second. In
Oh,
the article.
Chick-fil-A's first?
Yeah.
That don't even seem right because they don't even sell individual chicken. Because they sell
They count it
sandwiches.
as just like fast food chicken though. Business. I think that's
but
what.
they only sell sandwiches.
That's still technically that's what, chicken fast food, man. Yeah,
Nuggets too.
they got the nuggies, they got the tendies, but
Don't forget the nuggets for real. Like those shits hit.
He's in the nuggets now, bro. I feel like Popeyes should be number one because they have the sandwiches. They also have by the pieces. They also have tenders. And I think they got nuggets too.
y'all remember when they dropped the sandwich though?
got it.
Oh,
that
bro.
was dude. That was
Yeah,
insane.
it was a.
Bro. I remember the first sandwich I ever had. It was after the second wave. You know, the first one, people was dying.
impossible.
But the second wave,
The second wave hit.
when that second wave hit, I had one, bro. I had to eat it in 3 stages. Like, I literally took like 3 bites. I was like, my heart, bro. Like, it didn't feel good. But the sandwich, though, is fire. It's elite. Like, I remember when it dropped. Like, people was legit dying because they wanted to get their hands on the chicken.
It's
They
crazy.
were reselling the sandwiches like some Supreme. That shit was
The
crazy.
You go on StockX, right?
Bro, the secondary market for chicken sandwiches have never been so high ever, bro.
For sure. I mean, they started a movement, even though like Chick-fil-A number one like in the market, right? That's their thing, sandwiches. But then like once Popeyes dropped, there's like literally everyone. I feel like every other fast food chain was like,
Did KFC have a sandwich?
I feel like maybe a basic one.
Like a smaller.
Yeah.
But
Like
some-
a slider type
it's
joint?
biscuit,
But it's
you know?
crazy because I felt like Popeyes like reinvented like the spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah, I don't know,
After.
bro. Cause like again, I think it awoke in something. This is a spiritual thing. It awoke in something in those true Popeyes lovers, and you realize that you was getting that juicy, spicy chicken, and you was getting a value meal. This some bullshit, bro. Okay, I'll keep it real though. Chick-fil-A sandwiches, they hit.
Oh, they're elite.
I don't feel like my body's falling apart.
The spicy deluxe, bro. Oh
But-
my gosh.
Crazy.
You talking about taste? That Popeyes one, you can't beat that, bro. You
It's
can't
definitely
beat it.
flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from what you're saying, I feel like you think Popeye's spot is well deserved.
Oh yes, I think it's long overdue.
I think so now.
should've been.
Anecdotally, I mean, like personally, can't remember the last time I've been to KFC.
Bro, I don't even know where you find one now. I see Arby's more than I see KFC, bro. Dead ass. And they keep reimagining stuff, bro. You see the strawberry cream cheese biscuit?
Nah, they're still going crazy.
Bro, they are
They're still going
dropping
crazy.
heat, and they got the ghost pepper wings.
Oh,
now.
dude, I had those. The wings are pretty good. I was pretty impressed.
Exactly.
they're still
Okay,
going.
look. You see how it started? You see how they
They
switched?
still dropping classics.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, I get it. KFC, they were a more popular chain, definitely, than Popeyes. Like, I remember growing up where I grew up, Popeyes was like, you had to go out the way to go get it. But there's like KFCs
Everywhere.
within.
It's shifted.
Yeah.
It's shifted for sure.
So, I think it's well deserved. I can't really, I'm
gonna get some
Popeyes merch.
I'm
right now.
gonna get me some after, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna get me one of them sandwiches after, bro. I'm hungry now, man.
I care about you, bro. You cut it in half and you give it to somebody else, bro. You eat a full sandwich, I might have
With the
to
fries.
put you in the wash. In the fries.
Nice.
the fries hit.
Come on, bro. The fries go stupid.
It
and
tastes
they got
like
the
a-
little apple pie, little cinnamon. You said what?
It tastes like a curly fry, but it's just like, you know what I mean? Like that bad, like the
real
fry.
Cajun
Yeah.
type. And KFC ain't got the balcony above they drive-through. Y'all didn't even think about that though. That's why I
You
left
can't even
y'all.
get on top of that balcony. You can't
Come on.
even get in.
You know what? Never mind. I'm not
Architecturally, like,
And what does KFC have? Exactly.
got me there.
I had a friend. He was a fanatic, but then they got rid of their potato wedges.
Oh, the potato wedges did go crazy.
So that was the end. Yeah,
The wedges.
That's when he ended
You don't
things.
see wedges often. Why don't people do wedges anymore?
I feel like because they're tough to
Really
do.
perfect.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Because it's so easy to be a shitty
I'm
potato
hella
wedge.
hungry.
Me too.
We didn't broke down the science behind this. This is real, bro.
We gotta make
it
we have
was
a food
on
channel.
Hypebeast, so hey.
Exactly, that's true. Yeah, no.
But nah, Popeyes well-deserved spot. I think is long overdue. Popeyes has been killing it.
I was surprised. Yeah, I felt like even it could have happened like a year after the sandwich dropped. You know, because I feel like
yeah,
they
true.
just boomed after that.
When people are dying to not even metaphorically, people are dying to get your food. You move up in the ranks, bro. I don't even know were they the number 3 and then they took it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Nah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm for sure gonna get that shit. Need that. But let's get into the next article. So this article title reads: Tyler the Creator's Le Fleur unites the Lacoste for a preppy collaboration. Hey, I think it needs to actually be studied how Tyler Creator went from like being
From Goblin, bro.
like he went from just being like this true skater, don't care about fashion, Vans, Dickies, baggy t-shirt. I'm talking baggy, like crazy baggy. But now he's like a pioneer in like streetwear and fashion. Like he's become an icon to where people kind of look to him like how they look to like Pharrell. And not like super crazy because obviously Pharrell is on a different level, but like Tyler Creator's fashion is legit a mood board and an inspo for a lot of people's fashion. So
For sure.
it's pretty crazy. And what he's been able to do with his brand, because a lot of rappers have merch and a lot of rappers have clothing brands, but they don't stick.
It's not fashion.
Yeah.
I feel like Tyler, like Le Fleur has broken, and yeah, like that's a great point. I feel like a lot of like rappers merch, I'm just like, it's just concert merch. It's not fashion.
Hold on, quick side note. Y'all remember that Life of Pablo merch and how crazy it was to get?
That was different. That was different.
That
That was
Life
different.
of Pablo merch was crazy to get. It was like getting a sneaker, bro.
That's the asterisk. I
Like
think.
you
That's
was
the
sending
exception.
people to like, bro, if you go to the concert, please give me a shirt, bro. Just give me one. I don't care which size it is. Like it's great. But Le Fleur, it's Le Fleur, right? Le Fleur.
Yes, Le Fleur.
No, it's pretty fire. The pieces that I saw, look great. They look amazing. Look like they're obviously partnering with a brand that's been around for a very long time. So the quality, I'm sure, is gonna be there. And I think it dropped already. It's October 11th. I think the official collab has dropped. I want to
Today, I
see
think.
how other people style it before I go ahead and grab a piece. Because there's their cardigan, the one that kind of looks like a
Yeah,
old,
the cable knit white.
Yeah, the cream. Yeah.
like I saw him wear it, but I feel like it's like designed for him. I want to see how other people style it before I just go ahead and jump the gun and buy it because it looks fire.
Yeah.
Got the little pearl snaps, kind of got the rose,
Exactly.
like the little
The
flower around it.
detailing on it is crazy.
Yeah, like it's dope as hell. Like this is actually a decent collab. Like
I love the whole like collection, the whole capsule. Honestly,
yeah,
You know?
it's not like, and there's like a lot of text, but it's not like so much to where like it's kind of just like logo heavy. Like you obviously have like the alligator, or is it a crocodile?
Croc.
It's a crocodile. You obviously have the crocodile. You obviously have the brand name, but it feels very minimal. It doesn't feel like it's like so in your face, which I like.
Very well curated. I don't think that's really been his vibe to go logo heavy, anyways.
Especially as of recent, like
Yeah.
definitely very calm.
Yeah, and I feel like with this collab, he's further and further just like separating himself from sort of that streetwear label, like that negative stigma of that term, which is just like basic like screen print shit. And it's more like cut and sew, well curated, paying attention to fabrics and cuts and designs. And I love it, honestly. Like,
Because
It's interesting that it's going. You said the negative connotation of streetwear, but I feel like streetwear is kind of like running rampant through high end. Like you think about like Louis Vuitton and like
there's no way to ignore it.
yeah,
honestly.
like Virgil definitely blurred those lines
For sure.
with his legacy with Louis Vuitton, because I remember seeing high-end, luxury goods when I was younger, and I'd be like, okay, you obviously know that's high-end and luxury. But now I feel like, you see a Letterman, you're like, oh, damn, that might be thrifted. Like, it's just interesting that you said that it has a negative connotation, because I feel like now it's like everyone wants to have streetwear attached to their, whether it's high-end fashion or whether it's like, just like a regular preppy band. I don't know.
I was gonna say, I think it's cool how like when I think of Tyler now, it's like predominantly preppy.
Yeah.
Like, if I were to describe his style,
Facts.
yeah, I think Gersh, what you were talking about, like how it has like shift, right? Or like Greg, you as well, from like skater, goblin, I just can't forget that, man. I mean, like now that I think about him, it's like preppy, pastel, a lot of pastel, but it's great. I think it's well done.
Colors.
Yeah.
And even his shoes aren't bad either. I mean, this is not obviously about Lacoste, but like his shoes for them, like I've had like 3 or 4 pairs of his shoes before. I mean, I've sold them, but they were really drawing my attention, especially when I was in college. I had like 3 different colorways of like the low top Converse, like the 1-star ones. Like his brand is actually pretty good. Like it's pretty solid work. Like
He's been putting in work for years with that brand Le Fleur. I think it's important to separate the two, like Tyler the creator, the artist, and the brand Le Fleur. Because Le Fleur, I feel like he wants it to be seen as like a high-end luxury type brand, as he's displayed with that perfume that he dropped.
Oh yeah. I feel like these are the steps though. I mean, personally, I haven't like followed Lacoste in a long time, but I mean that the crocodile has power,
Yeah.
I mean, definitely.
Sounds like a polo bear.
Exactly.
Like it's a pretty strong staple in like fashion. So
For sure.
I think it's definitely a notable and worthy enough like one to be like, this is a win for Le Fleur. Like I think it's a big step, especially going forward, because this might step into like maybe he gets if he gets a polo one, oh, that'd be heat. Like he gets like an actual bear, and he's actually able to put like Le Fleur, like, bruh,
That'd be hard.
come on, that'd be heat. It's his overall aesthetic though with the company kind of parallels to me. Whenever I see like the rollouts and I see like the aesthetic and the photo shoots, it just reminds me of like Stussy. Like the way they kind of like dress it up and kind of present it to people, it reminds me of Stussy. Like it's already, like it's not obviously on Stussy level because they've been in the game for so long, but it's making that way. He's making a name for the brand itself.
I see how you could draw that connection. When you said that, I thought of like just visually how they present the product, with the lookbooks and, the content behind it. It's definitely a parallel there. So yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. I'm definitely interested to see. In the article, it didn't have like the price list for like, how much this is going to cost.
The price points are sort of crazy. I saw a little TikTok.
I mean, it's a collab. I mean, Lacoste has never been like cheap. It's been on par with like Polo. So I didn't expect it to be expensive, but
that cardigan, bro, it's like $550.
Oh,
yeah. That shit is crazy.
Never mind.
Yeah, he's got knit polos for like $200-300.
$200-300.
Bro, can we talk about how the average price of just like goods from when we were kids, how the standard price now for a t-shirt is like $80. When you look at for a polo, it's like almost like $140, $160. Like hoodies easily going for like $110. It's like, bro, the overall pricing of everything is like up there, bro.
Damn. I feel like we're about to wrap up with this topic, and then we talked about the price, and I feel like it just opened Pandora's box.
Yeah,
again,
for real.
bro.
We need like a finance episode with that one.
That's
$550. Oh man,
bro, it's $550 for a cardigan. Okay. And I'm not saying, at the end of the day, it's clothes. No matter if it's super high end, like, and it's like, the basic, like a lot of these places are interchanging manufacturers. Like they're almost manufactured in the same factory. So it's like you're getting a good quality product. I'm not discrediting that, but it definitely has a lifetime expectancy, and you're not gonna have it forever. $520 for a cardigan, bro, that you're probably gonna have for like maybe 6 years, depending on how you wear and how you keep for it.
it's tough, bro.
I feel like that point that you said about having it last long, I think Tyler sort of knows that and is pricing it accordingly. Because I saw an interview that he did with Converse about just how he wants to sort of push the needle in terms of quality and having the price reflect that. You know, that's why I said in my earlier point about differentiating Tyler the artist from the brand Le Fleur. And I feel like he's being intentional with, you know, just how like he wants people to perceive the brand. So it's crazy that you got to pay that much, but you know, I feel like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's definitely the things that he's putting out there with this collab. They're definitely timeless. Like the polos, the cardigan. Like you can have it for a very long time if you upkeep for it well.
Yeah,
but most people aren't, because most people don't know how to do laundry now, or like most people don't know how to like take care of anything. So I'm just like, you know, I don't know. 500 is just. I'd be wanting to know like, you know, what was the process for it then? Like, how did you go about, you know, getting that? Like, you know, I want to know all that information if like I'm gonna pay a high ticket for something. I don't know, but sometimes I don't. I just little talking point. I'm just rambling at this point.
Good point.
That's really all I gotta say about that. Yeah.
Well, good.
All right, let's get into the next article. There's hella words here. All right, so this article title reads, bro, I promise you I'm not going to say half these words. Official look at the KIKO ASICS NOVALIS Gel Teremoa in black and gray and yellow and brown.
You got
Hey,
there.
You tried it, bro.
You got there. You got there.
Words are hard. Hey, let me just say this, though. KIKO, and as long as he's had this little thing going on with ASICS, he's been carrying ASICS. Before everybody started to hop on the bandwagon now, you know, ASICS had the little Jam, little collab, had the Brain Dead little collab. They had the ASICS just did the Above the Clouds. That's what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
Like they had these collabs, or great collabs, by the way. But KIKO has been dropping heat after heat for years, bro. Like for years. That company owes him something crazy. But these, fire, bro. Absolutely wearing them. Like, you know what? Also, these shoes kind of look like Drake's Noctis, too. Like, they kind of, in a funny way, they kind of have, like, that same shape.
Yeah, that silhouette, sort of. Yeah, I see what you're saying there.
Yeah, like, they also look like, you know, we were talking a little bit before we started recording. It's like, they low-key look like Iversons, too. Yeah. Like, some real OG, the black and gray ones low-key look like the black and gray ones here. And again, it's not necessarily like a, you know, let me see a homework, but don't copy. Like, it's not like that type of thing, but it's like,
there's the essence.
Yeah, there's like a similarity between like the way that the shoes shape and all that. But honestly, I'm wearing them. I'm wearing both colors, honestly. Like, does it say how much they cost in the
No,
there's a drop date?
Not yet.
Sheesh, bro. KIKO, man, there's so many ASICs that he's dropped, bro. And I'll insert pictures here that I would absolutely wear, bro. Like,
yeah, he's been
all of these, I'm telling you.
His name has a lot of weight now too. I feel like whenever I hear his name, like I gotta at least like check what the shoes look like. Right?
He's earned it for sure. I feel like ever since he started off just doing collabs with ASICS. Now he's got like a position as like
the creative director or something?
Yeah, of like men's footwear or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kind of like on like a Pharrell type thing where he's like up. I was like up. I kind of just gave up midway.
But he's been going crazy.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's one of the few guys that are actually pushing the needle in terms of streetwear, like providing new silhouettes and new perspectives and not just like collaborating on like the most popular sneakers. So.
I forget which one of the runways I saw. I think it was like the runway for like a fall winter collection. It wasn't 2023. I think it was like 2022. But like his clothing line is
crazy.
Yeah. Like
the cuts.
I know I would have made it if I can afford to buy his stuff retail. Like if I could go to Essence and add 3 things to my cart and just buy it, I know I made it. Cause bro, like his pant silhouettes and like he'll do like things where like, you know, he'll have like one pant leg and the other one would be like a short, or like it'd be like one pant leg, then the other one is kind of like a different, like whole different texture or like different material. Like
he's playing with just like traditional ways that clothing is quote unquote supposed to fit and just flipping it on its head. And it's, you know, you love to see shit like that.
Yeah. I like the way for the most part, every time Essence has like their end of the season sale, I always kind of look at what KIKO's doing because like his silhouettes, bro, like his pant silhouettes. Cause y'all know me, bro. I love a good pant. His pant silhouettes are so stupid, bro. That's a good thing.
And just like, rubbing your hands together during the sale. Maybe today's the day. Maybe today's the day.
Nah, his pants silhouettes are stupid, bro. Like I love everything about his brand. His brand, the way he plays with colors, and also like this is like a very nitpicky thing. But the models I don't necessarily know if he's choosing these models, but like the runway model he gets for his shows are always top tier, bro. They're always top tier. But we keep getting sidetracked. But the shoes, though.
Yeah.
The shoes are dope. I mean, these will look great in the summer with some shorts. They'll look great with like a baggy pant. They'll look great with, you know, a casual pant, sweatpant. Like, it's really just an everyday type sneaker.
Yeah. I will say, I haven't seen like on feet pics.
True.
So I won't jump out and say like, I would wear them.
I would.
But those product shots look hard.
Yeah. I would.
Can't deny those look
I
crazy.
can say that. Those, they are right up my alley. I'll for sure wear these.
Which one do y'all go for though? Between the two, is it easy?
Ooh, between the
black, gray, yellow, brown.
A silhouette like that, I would fuck around and go like just a crazy color, the yellow and brown.
Yeah, I feel like the yellow and brown one, you're gonna see way more people because it's the easier one to style, the black and gray one. I'll jump the gun and say the yellow and brown one too. Also, it's just like a nice color pop of like a yellow or brown. Like it's not so muted. Like it's kind of like a mustard and like it's like, of course it's brown. I'm trying to think of another comparison, but like it's not hella muted. Like the shoe still has like a color pop to it, even though the tones are kind of like settled down.
I mean, it's pretty crazy like how much power his name has and like the designs. Like when I see ASICS and when I hear it, I feel like before it was like 100% just like running shoe, you know? But now after KIKO, like I see, I don't know, it's different. I'm like
drawing more people in. People are now wanting to take that step to really partner with them. And honestly, when I think of like ASICS and KIKO's name attached to it, it's kind of like ALD and New Balance. Like
I see that.
Because for the greater half and like the resurgence of New Balance shoes, like ALD was right there with them. Like they were really
like that top contributor kind of thing.
Like the reason why a lot of people now are wearing New Balances. Yeah, there's other silhouettes and other creators, but I feel like once ALD really came into the mix, like people start buying them by boatloads. Like the average person who doesn't care about sneakers were buying ALD sneakers just because like they're ALD sneakers.
Yeah. No, there's definitely a parallel though. No, I agree with you there, bro.
Like I could have said like Joe Fresh good, but like I think
Jound as well. I feel like that's sort of like a better comparison. Just
Jound and who?
New Balance. I feel like it's still ALD in terms of just like I don't know if this is the right word, like market share or just like because I feel like Jound. There's been a couple models for sure, but then I feel like they are now like branching off with like anyone, honestly, like to their picking. But if we're talking like strictly like this direct relationship, or if it's just one, right? Then I feel like it's more New Balance and like ALD. Because KIKO, I mean, he does other collabs, sure, but like I feel like he's way more tied to like ASICS.
Oh yeah,
right. More
his hand is definitely more into. He's there. You just go to Grail, and type in KIKO ASICS, bro. You'll see the plethora of different silhouettes, different colorways, different just everything. Like there's not one shoe that looks like another either. Like if it's a whole different silhouette, it looks like somebody else completely did it. Like I don't know. Like his stuff has always been top tier when it comes to ASICS.
It's crazy though, but you know it's KIKO though.
Oh yeah, for sure. And honestly, you know it's KIKO also because like not too many people have already partnered with ASICS. So like he kind of has that greater bulk of like their better shoes too. Right. Like a lot of people are now starting to get that collab, but like the greater bulk of it is KIKO.
It's pretty insane too because I feel like they partner with each other for a while, but it's like still relevant. Like he's still making like hot stuff.
Secondary markets, they're still selling for crazy.
Those prices are crazy.
Like $2,000 for a shoe that released like 3 years ago and is beat to shit. Like they still are reselling for crazy. So no, he definitely has that. He has that power that like, you know, I think of like the Joe Freshgood New Balances, like the first ones he did, like the ones that kind of like that pink and like.
I tried getting those, yeah.
It was like $2,000 or $3,000 for those now. It's crazy to try to get those.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, comparison. Like overall, KIKO's been putting in some legwork with Asics, and he continues to drop heat. And these shoes, I'll try to get them.
Yeah, I mean, because most of my like trainers, like sneakers, it's mostly New Balance, Solomon. I don't have a pair of Asics yet, so like I think it might be time, you know?
Definitely got some.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like, and the good thing about Asics too, it's still at that point where like people are noticing it. People are starting to get on the trend now. But you can go to Asics right now and cop a dope colorway.
Oh yeah.
And it's like on sale. Like, you remember the Asics, the brain dead Asics I got?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, the purple pair that dropped the same with the red ones, they're like dropping for $120 now. They're on sale, and it has a full size run. Like, and they're great shoes. Like, Asics is still at that point where you're able to get a pair that are actually good and not have a problem. So I like that as well.
I mean, yeah, I feel like the 120 price point's huge because like if we're talking made in USA New Balance, that shit's like 180, 190 plus, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty different price point. So I mean, yeah, that's definitely a plus for the brand. So.
And I was in the market for the Down Asics, and they're only at like $340 on like Grail. They're not maxing like more than 500.
Yeah.
And they're a hype collab. People, I see those out in public quite often. Like, they're a worn sneaker, but they're not, really where, let's say, for example, ALD New Balances, like, those are on secondary markets going for like 6, maybe 5, easy.
And then the OG Down stuff is like over $1,000, bro. Yeah, the OG Down stuff. Mm-hmm.
I think the reason why those Jowns are like at a reasonable price is because of the fact that you said those other silhouettes, they just have a full size.
Yeah, they kind of already looks like it. Yeah, true. I didn't even think about that. There's other colorways on their websites currently that pretty much match them identically. And if you just get some cream laces, it would be like, you walk fast enough, it might say Jamshi.
I respect that because like I feel like that brings up an interesting topic though, of like how much we like something because of the hype versus like the design, right? I mean, we're all here like saying we're liking Asics, and like they're accessible, and that's a good thing, I feel like other times like we see certain items in fashion and we just like it because like they're so difficult to obtain rather than just like liking it for what it is. So I think it's pretty interesting what Asics got going on for them right now.
Yeah, I'm just worried that.
Yeah, we're in that sweet spot right now. I don't know.
I'm worried that
Give it 2 years, maybe.
But that's the thing, though. It can go a lot of ways. Like they can be irrelevant. They can just explode, like out of control. So I don't know. I mean, that's what's fun about it too, I guess. The unpredictability of it all.
Yeah, I don't know. I just stay where you are. Honestly, a brand that's good about still keeping their same price point and staying true to like their core audience is Solomon as well. Y'all know how I feel about John, so I'm not gonna bring it up. But Solomon, like, you can still go to the website and get a fire colorway, and there's still a bunch of size runs for it. So Solomon, Asics, they're definitely running the game right now. I feel like New Balance has kind of hit a plateau. Like, they're like, they were riding high 2020, 2021, 2022, but like, all those partnerships that they got. The Salehis, the protection packs, the not the ALDs. The ALDs and like the Joe Freshgoods and like, they kind of burnt them out quick because there was like a New Balance collab every month.
Yeah.
For a year, 2 years straight.
I mean, and I'm like just piecing this together, but like I feel like they're trying to go more Asics silhouette in terms of like what they're like marketing more with like the 1906 and more runner style. So dare I say it, but it's kind of interesting though, man.
I think that's the new like hot
for sure
silhouette right now, like that mesh,
the runner. Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Damn, that's true.
But it's tough though. To their credit, they've had so many like crazy collabs that like just got so much attention. Like, how do you consistently do that?
You're gonna reach a point at some point. I think Asics, we might move it to the next year, and Asics might hit that point. And I'm like, we just have a bad habit. And I was talking about this on my sneaker video. We just have a bad habit currently of collabs running sneakers, bro. Like, you think about like, I mean, when I was growing up, dude, collab sneakers were like a one in a, like you might get 6 a year or like solid 7 ones a year, and that's it. Like it was mainly GRs for the most part, but like collabs run sneakers now, and I'm like,
it's like Marvel, bro. It's like exhausting. It's too much now. It's too much content. It's too much content.
There's too many shoes dropping every week. There's too many shoes, and like people are just not caring anymore.
Right.
I don't know.
Oh, that's a fair point too. Anyway,
But all in all,
we stand KIKO.
yeah, KIKO, keep doing your thing, buddy. And that's going to be Channel 4 News. See you later. But let's get into the next article. All right, so this article title reads, House of Errors reveals first expansive fall-winter 23 collection of the year. I've been a fan.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. You put me on.
House of Errors is one of those brands that you have to give credit where credit is due. They do everything that they do, even though, again, it's always the staples, jacket, coat, pant, shoe. They do it so differently, and you can't really recreate that anywhere else. Like, I think bro found his lane. The dude that made it, I think he found his lane, and he's staying in it, but also just expanding on it. Because at first he had, like, the padded coats.
Yeah.
The vest, man. The vest.
I did my research. I didn't even know that was House of
them?
Errors.
Yeah.
Same here, bro.
Like, bro did the padded coats, he did the bags. Now he has like the denim with the crazy embroidery work. It's like 10,000 stitches on there or something like that. Like, and then he has the hoodie with the, like, he's doing it so unique again that you have to give credit where credit is due. And like this collection, the pictures, the aesthetic, everything is fire. Like,
yeah, like you said, I've been a fan of like just the ribbing on the hoodies and just the chain stitching and all that. Like, so with this collection, I feel like he's just like expanding on the world that he wants to build. And you can't help but just tip your hat to that.
When I see the collection, I feel like I think about like, you know, when certain brands or names, like they try to make their clothing like art, you know, or like put art on their clothing. And like, I feel like most of the time the execution is like pretty poor. I don't think it's done well. But I feel like when I look at House of Errors, like that's when I think the phrase like fashion, like this clothing is art.
yeah,
More so.
for sure.
Of what they're doing.
Like, I mean, I thought about it. He had like the denim dropped, and I think it was like $600, bro. I was like, okay, if I eat top ramen for 3 weeks and then I don't drive, maybe I could afford them. But I agree. Like, a lot of people try to integrate art into their fashion, and it just like it becomes unwearable. This is like actual wearable art, in my opinion. Like the varsity jacket.
Yo.
I seen again. It's always dope when, like, you know, obviously we're into fashion, so you know we see this stuff, we give our opinions on it, we think, like, you know, we talk about it, yada yada. I think it's dope when like the person who doesn't give a flying about like fashion or like streetwear in general, they just wear whatever they wear and they go about it. When they get a hold of it and they're just like they're giving it praise, that's how you know. I feel like you've made a good product, because like obviously the people who care about fashion are gonna wear this stuff. The people who are streetwear enthusiasts and all that, like they're gonna get this stuff. But when you start getting people who don't even typically think about paying $500 for a jacket or like, you know, $300 on a hoodie, and they start buying it, that's why I'm like, okay, like you definitely have stepped out of like just being like a regular brand, and now you're like, you know, you're everywhere.
Yeah, that sparked a thought for me. I think the importance of just marketing and just the visuals and the lookbook plays an important role in that.
Oh yeah,
just like how the casual like streetwear fashion fan would portray your brand and want to cop it. And so yeah, I really like how they just shot everything and how the lookbook looks and how the clothes look. So yeah, I fuck with it.
I think it's kind of becoming 2 points. I think it's kind of becoming a lost art of like marketing, you know, because you have like, you know, if you're an algorithm, you really don't necessarily need to dump millions or like, you know, not millions, but like obviously thousands into, you know, really putting together a real structured piece. Like, you know, you have TikTok, you have Instagram, you know, you get the right hashtag, you know, your stuff is going to sell just because like it's good. But I feel like people who are going back to really putting the effort into like their marketing and like really showcasing that, I think it's a greater return, because I, as a consumer, appreciate it more now, because obviously you put that work into it. And like with so many brands out there in the world, how do you differentiate between like one brand and another? Like, you know, you take it a step further with the marketing. I feel like that's why AOD knows their recipe. Everyone tries to copy AOD's like aesthetic for like their marketing. Like it's so clean, straightforward, and it's like just the garment and like the person wearing it. But it's like I see that formula with so many other brands now because that's AOD's style. Yeah. If that makes sense.
It's growing to be almost more important, if not the same amount of importance as the quality of the clothing itself.
Oh, for sure. Sometimes more so, you know?
Facts.
I mean, I feel like that's where like the word, I mean, just hype comes in too, you know? And I don't know, I feel like y'all were talking about something interesting with like when you're talking about just someone who's not even into fashion can look at something and like just passes the eye test. I feel like that's when, you know, you got something special.
Eye test is important for sure.
Capturing that attention out in public and being able to like really, I don't know. I feel like, again, there's so many brands out there. Like everyone has a clothing brand. I'm making a clothing brand. So many people have a clothing brand, but like, and they're doing well. And like, since they're doing well, they don't necessarily feel the need to like really take that step further to really, you know, break out of that mode. And I feel like the reason this brand has, you know, they've worked with Gucci. Like House Air has worked with Gucci, like actually did a collection. The reason I feel like he's been able to propel past that, yeah, he has great articles of clothing and, you know, it's super unique to him, but like that doesn't get you in the room with Gucci. I think he's always dumped money into his aesthetic. He's always dumped money into how it's how it's presented to like, you know, the average person. And I think that's, you know, separates you from just being like, you know, this is like, you know, some regular brand that has like, you know, 100K on TikTok versus, you know, you're now in a room with Gucci and you're now in them. He's done another collection with someone else. I want to say Kid Super, but I don't think that's true. But he's doing a lot of work, and I think his attention to detail with the marketing is what is really playing it up. So I don't know. House Air is dope ass brand. If you never heard of it, you definitely want to just, you know, if you can't afford it, at least be knowledgeable about it because he's doing some crazy stuff. And I know that 1 out of 60 people wherever you live are not wearing that. So you'll be the only person around you wearing those pieces, like for sure. Anything else?
No, this was good.
Good.
All right. That is it. I don't even know why I wrapped it up that. But that is going to wrap up this episode of Kloth Talk. Again, thank you, my friend here.
Yes, sir.
He got his shoes off. I can smell his feet. What's up with you, bro? Thank you for coming as well. Again.
Doing him dirty. You're doing him dirty, bro. You're doing him dirty.
And that is going to be the conclusion of Kloth Talk. Again, thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend, for coming back. Again, their links, their tags will definitely be in the video and also in the comments below or the bio below. But without further ado, like I always do, I'll catch y'all in the next one. And doot doodaloot doot.
Doot doot.
Doot doot.
That's the goat though. Stupid ain't it?
But I love the way you work it. Ay, I love the way you work it.